What's up, YouTube? This is the Eben Oracle here. I'm just out walking around in nature again today. I thought I'd get to you guys with this video. I've had a couple of viewers kind of leave comments on my section about shadow work is something that's not necessary and is actually contrary to the ascension process. Here, I'm going to take this net gator off. Here, I'm not worried about COVID at all. This is was wearing that because there's a lot of mosquitoes out here today. It just rained and it's starting to warm up out here in Florida. Anyways, I wanted to kind of put my 2 cents in on the idea that shadow work is not necessary for ascension. That it's actually the opposite of ascension to go in and master the dark places in your mind, the past traumas and hurts that you've gone through. I actually want to dispel that myth. I know a lot of love and lighters out there, they have the idea that just all going towards the positivity and always thinking positive is the way to ascend. And the reason I don't think that that is true is because everybody, no matter how light you are, no matter how happy you are in your life, everybody has things in their life that they're not happy with, that they're not proud of, they wish they hadn't done, things they have gone through trauma-wise. Even if you've had a great childhood, you still had something come up that actually sparked some sort of trauma in you. And I think if you actually take the time to go within, you'll actually realize that. And that's why I think shadow work is very important for the ascension process. When you don't go within and try to solve past hurts and wounds, it actually blocks you from ascending. You have all these things in your subconscious mind which actually in a sense hold you back from true ascension. True ascension means being able to balance your shadow side and your light side, your negative and positive energy, your masculine and feminine energy, your sun and moon energy, whatever you want to call it. Truthfully, in my opinion, balance is the key to ascension. And if you're all love and light and you haven't dealt with the aspect of you that people might consider negative, then maybe you're not quite on the right path. You're not doing your full journey. You're not living your full life. You're not understanding all of the things you need to understand karmically in order for you to ascend. Here, I'm going to take a second. There's a stream in front of me. I got to cross over the stream, and then I'll get back to this topic real quick. But check out this cool little footbridge. Anyways, hopefully I don't fall in the water while I'm talking to you guys here. But, whoa. All right, made it. Anyways, getting back to what I was saying. If you take the Hermetic principle of polarity, right? And I truly am a believer in the Hermetic philosophy. If you take the principle of polarity and you realize that there is a light and dark side to everything, no matter where you think you are on this scale of light and dark, you have aspects of both. No matter where you are while you're living this 3-dimensional life as a human being, you're going to always be in the gray area. It's never going to be possible for you to be all dark, and it's never going to be possible for you to be all light. And one thing that I actually got from my spirit guides while I was meditating in nature one day is that polarity isn't a linear scale like people see it. Like they see it like a thermometer, hot on one end, cold on the other. It's actually more of a continuum. It goes around, it's a cycle. It's like, the serpent biting its tail. It's a continuous feedback loop, if you will. And one thing is, you can work from the light side and keep going along your path, and you end up in the dark side one way or another. And you can also start from the dark side and work your way into the light. And no matter where you go on this continuum, on this circle of polarity, the best place to be is to find yourself in balance, in that perfect gray area between shadow and light. That is actually, I believe, the key to the ascension process. One other thing, talking about the Hermetic principles, is there's the Hermetic principle of rhythm, right? And rhythm, at least in the Hermetics philosophy, it's about not only that things in life ebb and flow, things are always in movement and in change, but that things swing back and forth like a pendulum. And one thing that I'll tell you is that if you do go into doing shadow work, right, which brings you as far down into the dark side when you're going through the dark night of the soul as is possible in this material world, it actually catapults you the other direction when you come out of this darkness. You know, when a pendulum swings, the more it swings in one direction, the farther it swings back in the other. So the more deeper you can get within yourself and explore your shadow side, the farther it will propel you forward into your light side. And that's why I believe that shadow work is absolutely key to balancing yourself to actually be able to ascend. Going into the dark is not descending like some of the comments that I've had. You're not descending. Those dark aspects of you are there whether you choose to ignore them or not. And if you choose to ignore them, the pendulum swing or the rhythm of your energy will be almost moving so slowly that you have very little progress. It'll keep you stuck. And actually, the deeper you go into these dark aspects, the more real you are with yourself and see your true nature for who you truly are, the farther it will propel you on the backswing of that pendulum. And like I said, everything in this life ebbs and flows. You know, money comes in, money goes out. Love comes in, love goes out. Every aspect of your life, if you really want to be honest about it, is in this ebb and flow nature like the tides. You're going to have good times in your life, and then the tide's going to go out and you're going to have equally bad times. And the better times you have, the worse times you have. One thing that the more you learn about this whole process of ascension, the whole process of the spiritual awakening, you'll realize that these universal laws literally apply to everything. Everything in the spiritual world and everything in the material world, and also into the realm of the mind, the consciousness. So, one thing that you will get as you go on this journey is you will get the ability to start being an alchemist. You will be able to transmute energy. And if you do not explore the dark side, you will not be able to transmute the energy that comes from that polarity. If you only explore the light, you'll be happy and fine when everything's good, but then you'll have no idea how to deal with bad situations that come up in your life and how to transmute that energy and how to get the pendulum to swing back in the other direction. You know, if you're going through something like you're having a happy time in your life, things are great, and then some sort of tragedy happens, unexpected, and it swings you into the dark side, into despondency, depression. Well, the deeper you go into depression, the higher you'll swing back into the happiness, because you'll be grateful for those happy times once you learn how to transmute that dark energy. But if you are unprepared to transmute those dark energies, then you're going to have a real difficult time when it comes to you know, going back into the light and being happy and positive despite traumatic events that have occurred. One thing I will say is that from doing a lot of shadow work, I've had a dark night of the soul multiple times. And you know what? Every time I come back stronger and actually more grateful for the good times that I experienced, because I know what it's like to experience the dark. And it's actually made me into a legit alchemist. Just giving an example is, you know, I've had this whole beef and tarot land thing, people talking crap, me talking crap back. And you know what? I've learned that it's easy for me, because I have a thick skin from going through darkness, to deal with the crap people talk. And it actually doesn't get me off my game or affect me really in any sort of way. I actually take the energy that people throw at me, that's negative energy, and I transmute it into a positive. I do something like create a song, do a painting, meditate in the woods, and it actually propels my creativity. It propels my solar plexus chakra, which is all about the energy of creation, personal empowerment. It just drives me. It just really opens that chakra up, and it drives me to become better than what I was before the negative energy came my way. Anyways, those are just my 2 cents on this whole idea of shadow work, being contrary to light work. Because really, if you want to do light work, if you think you're a light worker, you need to do shadow work. You need to understand both sides of the pole, because if you don't, I mean, really, I feel sorry for you when bad things happen. You're not going to know how to deal with it. You're not going to be comfortable in that aspect or that part of the polarity. And it will happen eventually, no matter what kind of amazing life you're living. You know, the pendulum does swing. The principle of rhythm is no joke. It is a universal law. And the principle of polarity is a universal law. And anyways, that's pretty much all I wanted to say this morning. I'm still out here in nature, kind of meditating, doing my thing, trying to get grounded before I go into work, so I'm in the right headspace to help people today. And I hope this video helps you. And I hope it dispels the myth amongst love and lighters that shadow work or going into your darker aspects is a contradiction to light work, because it's really not. This has been the Eben Oracle. I hope you're having a great morning out there. Peace out.